This is a map of Hubei province, where Wuhan city is right here on the right. So by January the 23rd, Wuhan was officially on quarantine, and 2 days later, all of these cities in Hubei province are under quarantine, actual quarantine. People are not allowed to move out of where they are. They're told by the government to stay at home, shut their door, and if you have the symptoms, you have to go to certain hospitals. You can't just go to a random hospital because it's highly contagious. It's dangerous for others also. So they have to go to specific hospitals where it's very, very crowded. This is how the road in Wuhan city was like under the quarantine. As you can see, no cars is on the road. This is like a shopping mall. The banks, shops here, McDonald's, Main Street. This is a post I got from a popular forum in China. It was actually 2 days ago. This is a Wuhanese who was not infected with the virus. She was writing something like a diary or whatsoever, talking about what she thought during the quarantine. I'm a Wuhanese. It's not like we didn't take it seriously. I'm very afraid of death, but I wore the face mask from January the 21st. Why? Because I didn't know how serious this virus was. It was, and everyone was saying that it's only within small circles. It's not contagious from person to person. There is no warning to us. There was nothing. 1 week before the 21st, one of my friends told me that there were news from the inside says it's very serious. It's something similar to SARS. But he was saying Wuhan has the most advanced lab in the country. If Wuhan can cope with it, where else can cope with it? So I thought it was okay. I thought it's gonna be fine. But after 1 week, I completely regret what I was thinking. During until the 21st, Professor Zhong Nanshan came to Wuhan and said this is very serious. And suddenly my WeChat group, my every social media was reporting that how important it is to wear the face mask. It was until that time I realized that I should try every way to deal with it. On 22nd, after I went out on the street, only half of the people on the street are wearing a mask. I told my parents that it's special time and they must wear the face mask. The air in Wuhan city could be floating with the viruses. I told my parents again and again, and my mom was just saying that no, it's not that serious. But she did wear the mask when she went out. But my dad wasn't listening to me until yesterday, which was 23rd. He was wearing a face mask. And do you know why? Because the older people, they're not on the internet that often. They believe in the TV and what the state media told them rather than the social media, the internet. And the state media didn't say anything about it. There was a TV channel called Golden 1818, which the older people like to see. The local older people like to see. It doesn't mention about the virus at all. That's why my parents, the older people, don't believe how serious it is. On the morning at 7 a.m. 23rd, I opened my social media and realized that we're under quarantine. I told my mom, and she was saying, "No, I don't believe it." After 10 minutes, she opened the TV, and that channel said we're under quarantine. Then she believed it. You know, the older people are very stubborn about it. They don't believe what we said. They only believe in newspaper and state media. But the newspaper and state media was keeping silent on all this. This is one message I got from the Weibo. Sorry, it's a post I got from the Weibo. Today is the third day of the quarantine. When I woke up, I knew that a doctor passed away. I cried. In the afternoon, I saw the new announcement, which says the private cars can't go out. There is plans to construct a second temporary hospital. Many of the people messaged me privately online through Weibo. Asking me, is it that serious as the rumor says in Wuhan? I don't know, but now if you have the symptoms and have to go to hospital, it takes more than 5 hours to line up. That is not including getting the investigation. Some people would probably never get to be checked up. If we want to know the truth, I guess journalists have to be sent to hospital to take the pictures, to be asking the patients and the doctors and nurses. It doesn't work out to know the information by Weibo. The doctors and nurses don't have time and guts to speak out. It is night. If I don't see other lights around me in the same residence area, it was so quiet. I thought the whole place is just us, just me and my family. There was not even the bark of a dog.